Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Tat Sat. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jnananjala Chalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadatikam. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopeshu Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanan Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadi Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivachadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Come on everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Today I will be the backup teacher again because could not find another backup teacher, so which is why. So quickly we are going to conclude Kunti Maharani's prayers. I normally prefer at least the same chapter should be by two different teachers because you'll get two different flares. Now I think invariably the same chapter I'll be backing two times. So let's hope and see if there are some new things which we can all learn. So can you all tell me what did we read? What did we learn? What did we see? And what are we doing actually? What is the topic we are going through?
Mataji, those who are attached to the four mothers, it is difficult for them to come to devotional service.
Very nice. So what is the main topic? Very nice. You've gone into a subtopic. It's very difficult to come to devotional service, as said by Kunti Maharani. But before that, what is the heading of this chapter?
Kunti's prayers.
Prayers of Kunti.
By Queen Kunti.
The teacher of Lord.
Parikshit Maharaj.
Very nice. So basically prayers by Queen Kunti and Parikshit Maharaj's birth, right? So whatever Mataji told was a very beautiful shloka. Janmaishwarya Shruta Shribir Edamana Madapuman Neva Hartya Bivatum Vai Twam Akinchana Gocharam. Now I think there are two shlokas here which are often or always misunderstood. One is this and Vipada. But before I come to that, let me just quickly revisit this one. So does it mean that if I am rich, if I am beautiful, if I have a very good family background or an educational background, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruti, Shri, right? In all four, are you saying that I can't do bhakti?
Only we keep desiring for that, Mataji. When the Lord gives us, we accept it. I don't think it will be a hurdle. But when we hanker for it and we are more concentrated on accumulating.
I think very beautifully explained. So it is not, so there is also a very beautiful saying that today even a poor is proud of his position. Even a beggar is proud of a position. There is also a saying, right? Beggar is always jealous of a rich beggar. Which means that irrespective of whatever we are, we can always be jealous. So even if I'm a beggar, I might compare myself with another beggar and feel very jealous. There are also stories of, give me names of some of the devotees who have Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri, all of them, they have all and yet have been strong devotees.
Janaka Maharaj.
Very nice. Amrish Maharaj. Yes. Yes. Parikshit. So most often I have noticed people telling that for all those who have all this, it is very easy, very difficult to do bhakti. But if someone is very poor, it's very easy to do bhakti. So bhakti then gives a criteria, right? So we already saw bhakti is not having a criteria. What is the formula or what is the shloka for pure devotional service?
Anya Abhilashita
Abhilashita
Anantara
Shunyam Jnana Karmadi
Yena Krishna
Very nice. So if there are no other Abhilasha, and that is basically bhakti, and suppose if I'm born in a rich family or with any of these four features, then it's not going to be a drawback, because Krishna, last time we said, right? Um, so I think I asked this question in the morning short Bhagavatam class. So I was asking, one thing. So if I'm going to, just an example, right? If I'm going to pray, okay, now Uttara. Let's get to Uttara, right? Now, connecting Kunti prayer with Uttaras, right? Now, is Uttara a pure devotee or not?
Yes,
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, right? So when she is praying, it is not whether she's praying for her or for the child, it's an exception. So Draupadi asking for sari or Uttara asking for the child, these are exceptions. So this Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, this particular pure devotional service can be breached, with one exception, that on an exceptional case which is life threatening. Now here Uttara's case is actually life threatening directly, or in Draupadi's case, though it is not directly life threatening, it is closely, because your tanman, right, which is self-respect, is considered to be the highest, especially for both men and women, but especially for women, right? When you are actually stripped in public, then it's a most embarrassing situation. A death would be easier than this kind of an experience. So these kind of exceptional situations, not that Draupadi wanted sari. It is not she wanted a material desire of trying to, post with a very nice pattu sari, or, not that. Basically, this was a basic requirement. So these kind of things goes with the exception. Now I'm going to ask you a question. What if I'm telling, oh God, give me a very nice spouse to do bhakti? Is this Anya Bilashita Sunyam? Yes, no?
No.
yes, Mataji. Dhanyavad.
Yes is there. Okay, no is there.
No, ma'am.
No, Mataji.
No.
Yes, for
Acha.
Krishna.
Yeah. So basically, the answer is no, because it is not Anya Abhilasha Surmi. It is with Abhilash. So we are having a condition, right? So I am telling that, oh Krishna, I would love to do bhakti for you. Give me a nice spouse, which means that I am actually deciding that having a nice spouse is a prerequisite for bhakti. I'm sure there are a lot of devotees in this forum who still, when I'm telling nice, I'm not talking about good husband or bad husband. I'm not debating that, right? I'm talking about conjugal or favorable to bhakti. I'm sure there are a lot of Matajis and Prabhujis whose spouse may not be favorable for bhakti, but yet are here sitting at 8 to 9:30 and trying to listen to Bhagavatam. Getting up at 4 in the morning and doing japa. Actually trying to find ends meet by skipping onion garlic. Right? So many of us are in that. So which means that we are trying to tell, oh Krishna, if there is a nice spouse, only then I can do bhakti. Not required. It is nice to ask. I'm not telling it's right or wrong, but all I'm trying to tell you is it coming under Anya Abhilashi Sunyam? The answer is no. So the reason I'm trying to bring this is same way when I'm telling you Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shribir. If I'm telling, oh God, give me Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shribir, then I will do bhakti, is also a condition which is giving me a prerequisite. Vice versa is also a condition. Like if I'm telling Krishna, don't give me Janma, don't give me Aishwarya, don't give me Shrita, don't. That is also a requisite. I'm telling, oh Krishna, if I have all this, I can't do bhakti. Either one's, whether presence or absence, is going to eliminate me or going to stop me from doing bhakti, means then I'm trying to link it to something. Niti, not having something will give me bhakti. That is not what, see, because why I'm stressing here is we should not get confused with Mayavati philosophy. Mayavati says neti neti. Okay, like for example, there was a Mayavati philosopher who preached telling that last night I never had sleep at all. I could not sleep. And then I realized when I woke up in the morning, there was this coin under my head. And therefore, because of that, I could not sleep. Right? Whereas Prabhupada has actually sat with crores of money next to his head and he could have peaceful sleep because he saw Lakshmi directly in seva with Krishna. So the point is anything in seva. So basically, Janma Aishwarya Shrita Shribir, if we start using it in seva or in line with the Lord, then all of this becomes bhakti. Now I'm going to ask one more question. Very silly questions, but sometimes, these are the basics where we are confused, right? So let's say that we are going to the temple. There's a huge queue for the temple. Okay, it's a 3-hour waiting time. there are two people. Person A says that, okay, I'm going to stand in the queue for 3 hours because I'm going to stand and do bhakti. Another not devotee, just one more person says, how much is the fee for the queue? Okay, 3,000 rupees. Okay, I will pay 3,000 rupees and buy the ticket and enter the queue in 10 minutes. Which of these two bhaktis are high? A or B?
A.
Mataji.
A. Okay, which of the two have bhakti in the first case? A or B?
Both have
Both
bhakti,
are
Mataji.
having bhakti, but one is in business.
Both have no.
One is using
One is
the
business service, this is
opulence given by
comfortable.
Lord to have darshan of the Lord.
Very nice. So basically, I was also in the same opinion when I initially had someone ask this question. I said A, because I thought bodily. But then tell me, we have this sloka, right? Kayena vacha manasendriyaiva buddhyatmanena sakada pratasmai karoni yashas, right? So what does it mean? Kayena vacha manaso kaya vacha manasa, which means body, mind, BMW, right? Body, mind, and words. So whether I do with body, which is also material, which is given by Lord, or whether I'm doing with Lakshmi, which is also given to me, it's equal because I'm trying to serve with my body. But somebody may give 3,000 rupees because a person can afford and earn more and do seva for Lord. So our thought, are you able to understand, is blocked by telling that, oh, I am standing in the queue, I am lot of bhakti I have. This person is not standing in the queue, paying 3,000, so the bhakti is less. Aren't we judgmental? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
How do we know the person who's standing in paying 3,000 rupees would have even donated 30,000 rupees? Or the person standing in 3,000 rupees would probably be spending that the 3 hours for direct seva for the Lord. What if somebody is coming and paying 3,000, coming and listening to Krishna Katha? Maybe one of them here in this session. Possible, right? Would be telling that, okay, I'll pay 3,000, I will go and listen to Radhika Dasi's class. Very rare, but what to do? Everybody has a wish, no? So I'll also boss off with some small, possible, right? So why I'm telling you is, if not that, but I'm sure there could be somebody who may tell the Prabhupada session, I don't want to miss. I would pay and go. So these are various categories of people where their thoughts, what matters from outside. So why I'm highlighting this is because the fundamental verse which gets confused is one of this. So many people say that, oh my God, when a person is rich, the bhakti is low. Person is poor, no. Which is why Krishna is telling, irrespective of all that, whether it is Sudama, the bhakti is high. Classic Sudama, many of them also have a different version to it. If you are suddenly rich, then your bhakti is high. If you're born rich, then you will not have, your bhakti can be high, but sudden rich can become, diluted. No, Sudama suddenly became rich, right? When he came to Krishna, he was a pauper. He had virtually nothing. But when he went back, he saw beautiful palaces. That changed him from looking at Krishna, thinking about Krishna. No, it made him even more closer to Krishna. Classic example of Sudama. Same way Dhruva. He fought for the kingdom. He got the kingdom. He got, he saw Krishna, but then he felt I don't need it. So the point is, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, none of this actually are showstoppers for pure devotional service. And I'm trying to spend so much time on this, and I'm sure you'll be thinking, Mataji, these are all we are all PhD, and you're teaching us pre-KG lesson. But most of the time, I recall my grandmom saying that you may be in medical college, but you'll forget your basics. You ask your doctors to, because we come from a family of doctors, exception to me, that you ask them for ABCD, they may not really know if they'll be able to tell ABCD clearly. So the point what I'm trying to tell is we should get our basics clear. So even if somebody who's very, very rich, very, very educated, very, very knowledgeable, very much having all the opulences, may have a lot of bhakti. On the contrary, we may see someone who's an actual pauper, but be far away from bhakti. But point what they are telling is all these can be showstoppers provided you have mada. That means madness towards it. If my focus is getting diluted to it, I may be very poor, but I may be thinking I am very rich because I have this, the bowl. And that bowl I'm proud of. If I'm proud of that position, which can be even a 5 rupee bowl, then I'm influenced by this. And the chance of getting influenced by it is probably higher for someone who has something rather than someone who's not having. But this is not a showstopper for bhakti. So all those invariably born with the opulence, remember you have done a lot of bhakti in some form or the other in the previous janma, which is why you have all the opulence and yet you're sitting here and looking at Krishna. So this is one shloka. The next shloka is Vipada Santata Chashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsat Apunar Bhava Darshanam. Again misunderstood verse. What they tell is don't chant this verse because you'll get problems. Now I want to ask you, should you chant or no?
You should chant.
If it is a prohibited verse, it won't have come in Bhagavatam. It is a verse which is wrong, then it will not come. And remember, because we are asking Krishna for something, Krishna will never give us something beyond what we really can handle. Krishna has a plan. The problem with us is we want Krishna to plan for us in the way we want. Right? So it's like Radhika Dasi logs in at what time? At 8. And I would want 50 students, 60 students at 8. Okay, now I see 1 minute before I'll think, no students are there. Maybe, okay, except Chitrama, whatever, 2, 3, Madhu Mataji, whatever. I'll say, acha, nobody's there. Maybe class is cancelled. You know, the situation has become like that. So most of the time we want things to align. Okay, but Balaram Dahu, who is the Adi Guru, who sends everyone for the class, would have actually thought, okay, wait 1 minute, Radhika Dasi, others will join. The reason I'm saying is most of the time our problem is we actually feel that if we chant this, we will have more problems. See, we are in a place, we are called, what are we called? What is this? Okay, before that, again, I'm taking a detour. In Sanskrit or in Hindi, maybe people who know Hindi, what is school called or library called?
Pustakalaya.
Pathshala.
Very nice.
Pathshala.
Pustakalayam. Yeah, Pustakalayam, right? What is the orphanage called?
Anathalayam.
Anadalayam. Very nice. What is the place where food is served called?
Bhojanalayam.
Bhojanalayam. What is earth called?
Dukhalayam.
Dukkalayam. No, Dukkalayam. So remember, everything is alayam added with something, and the earth is called Dukkalayam. So every time when there is punishment in any higher planet, just like how we tell go to jail, they'll tell go to earth. You see, go back to the back track. Narada got pissed off, upset with whom was Narada upset? Manigriva and Nalakuveran. Go to earth. Right? Punishment. Now go to, you're downgraded, you're depromoted. Where? To earth. Right? Jaya Vijaya punished. Where did they come? Earth. So everywhere. So remember, earth means nothing great to boss off. We are all in a, in a very prohibited area, which is called Dukalayam Ashashvatam, which is not permanent though, thankfully. So therefore, why is she asking is only when I'm encountering problems, at least in that way, not only that I will think of you, it is also every time I will start feeling that you're coming for my rescue. Krishna has always been there. Wasn't Krishna there when a moment before Draupadi got stripped? Was he not there when these people faced the problem? Yes, but what she felt is they started feeling. Therefore, what she's telling, if I am going to suffer with more and more problems, and that can have your presence physically or mentally, then I would welcome that. Right? So therefore, this doesn't mean that the moment you tell this verse, there is going to be a lot of dukam. Dukam is already there in the queue. But the fact is, Krishna, I would welcome you rather than playing classic mentality of Duryodhan as against Arjuna. What did Duryodhan opt as against Arjuna? When both were given a choice, what was the choice given and what did they opt? Hare Krishna.
Krishna's army.
Arjuna wanted the army.
Which is the opulence. Where is Krishna? Exactly. So what are we also telling? I have problem means I'll think of you. If I don't have problem, opulence, I am in a party, I will not think of you. If everything is fine, I will not think of you. There is not much of a difference if you start sinking deep between Duryodhan. We are all having mini Duryodhan in our heart. We are also having mini Arjuna in our heart. Whom are we actually, this is a Christian Bible, right? In Bible, this is there. Whom are you feeding? The good dog or the bad dog? Same thing only. Whom are we feeding? Duryodhana or Arjuna? That's a thought which we all have to give. So telling this shloka does not invite problems to us. Telling this sloka gives us a bhava about even many of us, many of them tell devotees, you are a devotee. In spite of that, I am so surprised that you have so many problems. You should also tell, I am a devotee. You should also be surprised that in spite of the problem, I am smiling. The point what Krishna gives is the moment you are a devotee, it is not that he removes the problem. Though initially that is what it said in NOD, right? Kleshagna Subhada, Moksha Ragulakrit Sudurlabha, Chandrananda Visheshatma Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So basically, Kleshagna means all the material problems are removed. But the idea of Krishna is not to remove the material problems, it's for initially bringing you and getting you on track. And this is what many of us feel when we do our chanting the first time. We get peace of mind. We start feeling it bodily. But the larger point is not that. The larger point is to connect to Krishna. So tomorrow Krishna gives me any problem, any health issue, anything. Point is Krishna is giving me the strength to handle it. That is what differentiate. Look at Jayapadaka Guru Maharaj. He has problems which is very different, not because of karma, because of our karma. He's taking. All the Pandavas suffered, but externally they suffered. Internally they have not. They relished because they were enjoying every moment with Krishna. Otherwise, Kunti won't be offering these prayers, right? So these are the points which we have to see. And with that note, now only I'm going to start the session. 42. I'm going to tell Mataji what Mataji every day. When given a chance, we are talking something. But the point is, behind every talk, idea is to get deeper into our bhava and not just into the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So 42, right? 42, did we finish?
Yeah, start with 41, Mataji.
Ah, okay, very nice. So can I request someone to do the sloka? 41 shloka. I'll share the screen. I always tell, please have your Bhagavatam book. So please read the shloka, please. One of
Hare
you.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I read?
Yeah, please go ahead.
अथ विश्वेश विश्वात्मन् विश्वमूर्ते स्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशम् इमं चिन्धि दृढं पाण्डुषु वृष्णिषु. Translation, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I should read.
Yes, please, translation.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please, therefore, sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vrishnis. Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice. So basically, that is what I asked you, and I started the verse with pure devotional service because a pure devotee does not ask anything for oneself, right? Very, very clear. Sometimes I said, but because of temptation, I'm not talking about temptations like what Draupadi asked, or here we see Uttara asking, because that's all an exception. But actually, what we are talking about is due to family ties, like the first one which I asked, can you give me a nice spouse so I will do bhakti? So these are all things which we ask for the sake of family ties. Sometimes we also tend to ask, like give good education for my daughter, for my son, give me a nice house. I'm not asking for myself, but I'm asking for my family. Family is also extended oneself, right? So therefore, here, if you're talking about Krishna, Kunti is asking about Pandava. So the love for the children, Pandava are their children, Vrishnis are parental family, are very common and very natural. So what she's trying to tell is naturally, because of my natural love, I am getting into it. If you see, Arjuna originally fought for what? Arjuna's original fight with the refusal in chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita, what is happening is he is so much against fighting because he's relating it to himself. He does not want, any problems to come. He does not want anything. He doesn't want even a war. And when you see the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, who's the hero? When you read the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, whom do you feel is the hero?
Master.
Arjuna, Mataji.
Arjuna, exactly, Arjuna. First time I read Bhagavad Gita and I started understanding. Second chapter before I read, first chapter I read, I felt, why? What a character. Excellent. For a moment, even though impressed with Krishna, I was thinking why Krishna is confusing Arjuna. He's very clear, na? Arjuna is a nice fellow. He doesn't want to fight. Why is Krishna forcing? The reason is we don't understand the fact that all this, which is why Krishna is teaching through Arjunas, and Namnishta Prabhu very often tells this, that you cannot directly, and this is also a principle of Namnishta Prabhu. If anyone gets maximum masala dosas from Prabhu, that is scoldings from Prabhu, it is because Prabhu feels he is trying to communicate this to you more comfortably and through you to somebody else. So many times you feel, this is not applicable to me. Remember only one thing, that Prabhu is not scolding you, but he wants to tell somebody and he is very comfortable to give you that. So basically, it's like the mother-in-law trying to indirectly explain something or blast the daughter-in-law through the daughter. So that's the same story here. So here Kunti, what she's telling, I don't want to get tied up because of this love, because anything material, whether it is children or something, most of them, the first reaction everybody will have is when you talk about detachment, they will jump and tell, oh, then you should not be affectionate to family. Anywhere in Bhagavad Gita does Krishna tell you should not be affectionate to people? He is insisting. He is telling, be lovable to your spouse, be lovable to your parents, be lovable to your children. But the point is, don't have a feeling this is my child. I have to take care. I am the only parent. I am responsible. Therefore, the child has to respect me. Only then I will do this. Don't do that. Tell that this child belongs to me because Krishna has blessed me with the, with the vow, or with the, with the benediction, or I am the nimitta matram in raising the child. From that bhavam, see the child as a child of Krishna. Then automatically, whatever you do, whether you have to spend 1 rupee for the child or 1 crore rupee for the child, you will start linking it with Krishna. But suppose if you start doing it with me, then what I'll think, you are not listening to me, then I will not buy you that 1 rupee chocolate also. Oh, if you're listening to me, okay, I will give you everything. Do you understand how you are getting stuck with these things? That is why they use the word mother's love is unconditional, because mother does not have condition. Now, I am not trying to tell fathers are conditional or anything. I'm just giving a statement for understanding this. Same way, Krishna's love is unconditional. So, a pure devotee, when they say cut off the family ties, it doesn't mean they will leave the house and come. No, they start seeing everything. Krishna Sambandha. That is called Yukta Vairagya. Can someone tell me the difference between Yukta Vairagya and Falgu Vairagya?
Falgu means shallow,
Very
without
nice.
without deep. It's just shallow. On top, I am showing that I am a devotee. I am doing so many things. So that is Falgu, and Yukta Vairagya is doing everything, keeping Krishna in center. It is just like dovetailing everything, in Krishna
Very
consciousness.
bold. Very beautifully explained. The first example what I gave, I am not taking Lakshmi because Lakshmi is there under my pillow. I'm not getting sleep. Falgu Vairagya. But Prabhupada used that for everything. Many examples of Prabhupada. Somebody had gifted him a big car and many were telling, Prabhu, you're going in this. He said, yes, because for Krishna Seva I'm doing. Can you take the flight? Yes, for Krishna Seva. Can you buy a 3,000 rupee ticket? As long as the ticket is going to the temple. Yes, it is there. But if you're going to bribe someone in between and try and sneak through the road, then we are actually going against Shastra. But otherwise, if we are going it, then we are serving the temple through the right way. So the cutoff with the family ties does not mean that she is trying to break the relationship. She is only going to tell Sri Krishna, Krishna Saki, which is going to come in shortly today. So she's trying to see Krishna also Krishna Saki, Arjuna, rather than seeing it as her son, she likes to see him as Arjuna's friend. See Arjuna as a friend of Krishna in more of that relationship. So that is what. So basically, all of them, right? Everyone, whether it is, if you see Ramachandra, many times we feel, oh, Ram, he is a moralist, but what to do? He never took care of his wife only, yaar. I forget about many people. When I was a kid, I've also thought like that. I've also thought like, oh, Ram never took care. I love Krishna only because Ram to never took care of his wife only. And many people still say that. But the point is, imagine he had given up his own wife for the sake of the kingdom. Imagine what level of morality is higher for him rather than actually getting tied hard, not on the, on these family grounds. Therefore, it is very, very important that somebody does not get stuck with the family affection. Again, I'm telling you should understand the difference between attachment and affection. There is nowhere Krishna is telling don't be affectionate. He is talking about affection. The entire Bhagavad Gita is about love, compassion. But don't get into addiction or attachment. Don't start thinking that if I'm not there, nothing happens. That is not the point. So much to believe that it is very important that everything will happen, that I am just a nimitta matram. I am a person who is having an opportunity to serve. Rather than that, we start thinking, I am the person. If I'm not there, nothing happens. That should not be the behalf. And if we people start understanding, they'll tell, Acha, so if I have a small child, if I have a spouse, should I just leave everything and come? That is not what Krishna is telling. What is Krishna telling? Karmane vadigare se ma paleshu kadashana. Does anyone know the shloka? कर्मणेवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फलहेतुर्भूर् मा ते कर्मणि स्वकर्मणि means what? Karmanevadhikarasya. I have the adhikar, right to do the karma. Ma paleshu kadachana. I should not expect the results. Right? Ma karma. Heturbur. I am the doer. Don't have the mentality. At the same time, akarmani. Don't be without doing your duty either. So therefore, you have to do the one shloka which handles everything. So they'll tell Mataji, the Sarva Dharma Parityaga is also there. But the fact is, right now, if we are in the karma stage, in the first stage, right? So therefore, we will do our duty and take it to the next level. Yeah. Next shloka. Anyone? Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Mataji.
Tvai
Yes.
menanya visaya matirmadupate sakte ratim Ratim udvatad adha gange vagnam udanvati. Translation Srila Prabhupada Jigdar Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. His divine grace by Srila Prabhupada. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flow to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So the flow of Ganga, we don't have to tell. That is why, who brought Ganga to earth?
Bhagirathi.
Bhagirath.
Bhagirath.
Bhagirathi. Right? The reason is that is why they'll tell his Sabadam is very high because he got, and Ganga comes with so much force. What is the reason why Ganga was tied in the ponytail or in the head? Why did
Shiva.
Lordship?
So that
Yes.
it directly does not come to the earth and destroy the earth.
Haribol, so very nice. So that is the power of Ganga, right? Therefore, it is very, very, very important that just like
Prabhupada.
nothing can stop Ganga, our thing also we should be like that. If you remember, Savai Pumshan Paro Dharmo Yado Bhaktara Dokshaje Ahai Tuki Apratiyata Yayatma Suprasidati. Uninterrupted, unmotivated. We should not have a motivation. Krishna, I'll pray you, you'll give me this, I'll chant one round, give me this. No. Uninterrupted. Mataji, and I have seriously experienced this in the morning session where in the morning at 5 o'clock, right, we read Bhagavad Gita. No, sorry, Bhagavatam. Four of us read. So there was one Mataji who said, Mataji, I have, one bedroom, rather two bedroom. I find it very difficult to read Mataji because I have a joint family. I have two children. I have my mother-in-law to take care. Therefore, there's a lot of disturbance. We felt it very valid. But we also had another Mataji who had 5 rooms. She said, Mataji, I have 5 rooms. Therefore, I tend to oversleep. Whatever you're telling, right? There is no disturbance at all. Therefore, I'm not able to get up. Okay. Now, the other Mataji who had 2 rooms also had her, unfortunately, her mother-in-law passed away, her 2 children got married. We asked her what happened. Even now, she's telling the same thing. Yes, Mataji, but still, I have a problem. So, which means what? Irrespective of whether you have 2 bedroom or 5 bedroom, these are not prerequisites to do bhakti. Bhakti should be unmotivated, right? At the same time, should not have any interest. Just like how Ganga is going directly, bhakti should be automatically, nothing should stop, right? So everything, now you'll be telling Mataji, what Mataji, I am living in the world. You're very easily, we are talking. We are having everything. You're having all kinds of desires. We'll have anger, we'll have hankeries, we'll have attraction. Can we stop it? No. We can't, right? So many times I still remember my bro telling me, my brother once, hey, you're still so excited. I said, I can't change. That's my personality. But what is it we can do? Can we change? I mean, we can change our personality as in if I'm extremely short-tempered, I can try to be calmer. If I'm shouting, I can talk softly. That is true. But can I change my actual personality of being, into or being lively, wanting something? No, because mind constantly asks. That's what Prabhupada says. Like if you see elders who are even 90 years, 100 years on the bed, they constantly keep giving instructions. Yes or no? They'll be telling, do this, do that. Have you noticed?
Yes, Mataji.
Why? Because the soul is very active. Soul cannot be dormant. It has to be active. And many times, if that old lady happens to be our mother, we will tell, okay. But if she happens to be a mother-in-law, what will be our view? Actually, even at this stage, see her domination. It is not about domination. It's about the soul has to be active. Therefore, we have to dovetail it. So Arjuna actually initially never decided to fight because he was relating to body. The moment he started seeing Krishna, right, he started relating as Krishna. He was a perfect person, right? He started doing many things. What he did, he started fighting. Never even bothered to question. That is the beauty of Arjuna. For him, bhakti for Krishna was higher than his morals too. So in many situations, many situations, for example, Krishna covered something with Sudarshan Chakra. What was it? And what was the incident?
Mataji, he covered the sun
Sun.
to make it appear that the sun has set. Abhimanyu, when he was killed by Jayadratha, so to kill him, he made it appear like it is the evening and the sun has set down.
Yeah. So nobody knew it. Neither did Arjuna. So Jarasandha comes, hey, you could not kill me. At that time, Arjuna was supposed to get into the situation, right? Basically kill himself. The time Krishna tells Arjuna, shoot the arrow. You know what Arjuna does? He does not sit and tell, you see Krishna, the nothing. He immediately takes the arrow and shoots. And for few minutes, everybody abuse Arjuna. You're a coward, you're a pervert. All the words which Krishna is telling, right? Infamy. The first chapter, you remember, he says that people will actually call you not an Aryan, he will call you Anaryan. So they will curse you. They will, all kinds of bad words were used against Arjuna on that day for that moment. Until such time when Krishna could remove the Sudarshan Chakra and give the view of the sun, which means that Arjuna never bothered about anything, blind following of Krishna. But why is this story coming up is because that's why even here Arjuna will tell, right? Karpanya dosha, right? Please tell me, I have decided not to fight. After 2 verses, he will tell, I don't think I should fight. But the fact is still he surrenders. So his belief on Krishna is blind. I saw Pran Prabhu's one slide very beautifully. He said, faith is when you believe Krishna even when you don't know his plan. Most of the time we believe the Lord and we love the Lord only when he aligns it with our mind. But remember one thing, he knows much better what is for us in store or what is much better for us than for ourselves because we don't know the future. Right? So if I need something and I might ask something from my present point of view, I have no idea about the future. Right? So these are the things which are very important. So again, what she's telling her, affection for Pandus and Vrishnis should not hamper devotional service. She says, let me have, she's not telling I'll cut the relationship. No, she says, I want the relationship. So everything should be total with Krishna. Everything should be seen from the Atma. She should start feeling, relishing the relationship more, telling that, okay, this is all from Krishna. Just like, the first for us to see anything, sun has to see. Right? Sun sees first, only then we can see. Same way, devotional service. When we start seeing it in devotional service, devotional eye, we'll be able to see everything more beautifully than it is because the darkness is removed. So when I start seeing my child as a devotee of Lord, then I will start liking my daughter much higher, even or my son much higher, even my spouse much higher, even though they may be angry with me, they may be upset with me, even they may be demanding, still, because I'm trying to see it in relation to Krishna. Therefore, my love for Krishna goes up, my love for the child goes up, but my affection goes up, but my attachment does not. This shloka I will do. Shri Krishna Krishni Saka Vrishni Vrishabhavani Drik Rajanya Vamsa Pavanana Varga Virya Govinda Goduja Surari Haravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Hare Krishna. I would like to open the floor for all of you to sing this shloka alone. All of you all. Hare Krishna.
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani Dhara
Rajanya Vamshadhanana Pavarga Govinda Godvija
Surati Haravatara
Yogeshwara Kila Guru
Bhagavan Namaste.
Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste.
Namaste.
Very nice, very happy. Such a vibration that not only Krishna will sit on our laptops right now, all the devatas from all the lokas will be sitting here, right? So it's like a big yagna. So what is she telling? She's telling, oh Krishna, oh friend of Arjuna, why is she trying to boss off? Just now she said, I want cut off the relationship. Why is she bossing off and demeaning Krishna, telling, hey, friend of Arjuna? Krishna is so great. Why is she trying to tell, hey, Krishna, friend of Arjuna?
He wants to Krishna. Everything in relation to Krishna.
So then call Arjuna as your Krishna's friend. Why is she calling Krishna as Arjuna's friend?
He is the Kshatriya like Arjuna.
He's a Kshatriya like Arjuna. Your logic is correct. You have to see everything in link with Krishna. So she should look at Arjuna and tell, hey, Krishna Saki agreed. Why is she looking at, Krishna also and telling, oh, friend of
Mataji,
Arjuna?
they want interrelate with all the things with Krishna, Mataji.
So all the things you relate to Krishna, no, relate Arjuna to Krishna. Why you want to relate Krishna to Arjuna? Why are you looking at Krishna and telling, oh, Arjuna's friend? See, how will I relate? If I'm looking at Arjuna and telling, hey, Arjuna, you're Krishna's friend, means I'm relating. I'm looking at Krishna and if I'm telling you're Arjuna's friend, then I'm thinking of Arjuna more, no, than Krishna. Why is she doing that? Again, she's going with her
son.
See, to 1 minute before only she said she has to cut the ties. Now she's trying to boss off. Hey, Krishna, you're my son's friend. Is she bossing off?
She's a relative of him also, no, Mataji.
Okay, so relative of him. So call him Krishna, call him darling, call him Buji, call him Kanna, call him Kana, whatever.
Arjuna is dear to her, so Krishna is more dear to him.
Almost correct. Arjuna is dear to her. So again, she's becoming dear to her. Na? So again, she's thinking of Arjuna only. So end of the day, that is why I told these slokas, why I'm trying to dive deep, is because now you people are all advanced, right? This is your entrance exam question. Balram will ask you all. Right? So you should answer. If you tell all this, then he will tell, okay, go back and learn and come. Because now, Kunti Maharani just now told, sever the ties. Just now told, let my love for you go deep. All this, and now she's again trying to boss off about her son, trying to link because her affection for her son. Does she pray to Krishna that my love for Arjuna should be more, or pray for Krishna's love to be more? What is she asking for?
Krishna's love.
Very clear. Then why Arjuna again? Why highlight Arjuna?
No, it is a title for Krishna, that's all.
Sorry, Prabhu?
It's a title for Krishna, Krishna's love for his devotees. So she is highlighted.
Very nice. Because see, give people what they want, na? See, always we will give what? It's a standard statement, right? So if I'm coming to any of your houses, there is one sweet I like a lot. Some of y'all will know. Will you give me what sweet I like a lot? Let me try one or two devotees. Which sweet? Will you give me?
Badam halwa.
Badam halwa. So will you give me the badam halwa which I like, or will you give me laddu because you all like laddus?
I'll give you badam halwa.
Now everybody will give me badam halwa, right? Why? Because I like badam halwa, not because you like laddu, right? Same way, here she's calling friend of Arjuna, not because Kunti Maharani likes Arjuna. It is because Krishna likes being addressed in relationship. That's why we are talking about, no? Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Why? Krishna has an identity, no? Should we, like us, I am like daughter of Dr. A.M. Harinath Babu, mother of Banke Bihari. So many relationships are required. I don't think that is required for Krishna. Krishna has got a very clear identity. Na? Why are they doing? Because Krishna likes to be identified with his devotees. So she's telling Krishna, Krishna Saki. Right? Before she appreciates, she's trying to connect Arjuna, not because Arjuna is her son. It is because now itself she's seeing Arjuna as a friend of Krishna. And if she uses that in law or in line with Krishna, Krishna will like, not because he likes to promote Arjuna. It's because Krishna wants to be promoted with the devotee. Arjuna is a devotee of topmost devotee. Topmost devotee, there is no doubt, which is why he's selected Arjuna to talk about this Bhagavad Gita. Will you all take the best person or your best friend for speaking Bhagavad Gita? Or not Bhagavad Gita, your secret. Will you tell to the best person of your family or the closest person to your family your secret?
The closest one.
Excellent. Closest person. Okay, invariably in this case, he's also the best one. Therefore, Krishna chooses the Krishna is so close, right? Sankhya Bhav. That is why friendship. So therefore, she's saying, "Oh, chief among the descendant of Vrishnis, you're destroyer of all the disturbances on the earth, whatever causes." Right? Your power never deteriorates. It's always going up and down. You're the proprietor of both spiritual world as well as the material world. Who is the constructor of spiritual world, by the way?
Krishna.
Everybody tells Krishna. I also told one thing. When I'm giving mark, I will put nice peacock feather and 1 0 inside. Because Krishna, everybody
Balaram.
knows. Balaram, very good. 100 marks for Prabhu. Before that, I'll put 1 0 and 1 1. Hare Krishna. Who said Balaram? Who said Balaram? Who said
Krishna's first expansion, Sankarshana.
Sankarshana, right? No, Krishna's first expansion is Balaram. From Balaram comes Sankarshana, right? Very nice, Prabhu. Therefore, that he is the proprietor of the transcendental body. He's only he's only done that. Therefore, he's saying that you're descended to relieve the distress of everyone, cow, Brahmana, devotees, which is why Parikshit, later it will come, but he will tell that boss, anybody who is perfect to the cow, Brahmana, and devotees are fine, and anyone going against it will be eventually destroyed. That is why cow is called Go Mata. Brahmanas, why cows are also important is to connect to the Brahmana. Brahmanas are those who actually give you spiritual intelligence. They have spiritual intelligence. They help you to reach the Lord. Therefore, cows, what do? Cow gives milk which sharpens that intelligence, eventually helps us to get the Brahmanical knowledge to go to Krishna. Right? And obviously devotees, Satvatam, right? Sat means eternal. We saw that Om Tat Sat. Sat means eternal. Everything is eternal. And devotees are called Satvatams, which means they are all, Sat means truth. Satvatam Pati is Krishna. Sat means devotee because you're connecting it. Right? So that is the point. He's telling you possess all mystic powers and you are the precipitator of the entire universe. Now, here the context of Maya will come later, but you have to be very, very clear. This is not going to be the Maya. Always don't think about our Mahamaya. There is also Yoga Maya. Just have that in mind when we are proceeding further. And same way here, when you're talking about mystic powers, don't get into Ashtanga Yogi's mystic power. Krishna is also a person who has a lot of mystic powers. Right? So he's telling, oh, Bhagavan, we know Bhagavan means, what is the meaning of Bhagavan?
One who has all the opulences.
Excellent. So one who has all
opulences.
What are those 6 opulences?
Sada Aishwarya. Opulences. Sada
All beauty,
Aishwarya.
all fame, all goodness, all strength,
all, right? All. If you see if you take the movie, you see the best of the things, right? He has all fame. You like the hero. He's all beautiful. Yes, he has all strength. May not be all strength, but he'll have strength. He'll have a. But what happens is actually the original hero does not have all that. So they'll put a different voice, right? Today they have the 6-pack, right? Body. So what they do, they artificially try and import this. Why? Because they need all beauty. Right? Unfortunately, they don't have, so they have borrowed beauty. They make an artificial beauty. So the hero is a representative of what? They want to bring in Krishna there, but they can't. They can't have all of it. So they try and bring in a lot of other features here. Now, what they're talking about, Krishna is being served by all the Vaikuntha, right? So what is Chinta, Mani, Prakrasadma, Sukalpa, Vriksha, Laksha, Viteshu, Surabhi, Radipalayantam, Lakshmi, Sasra, Sadasam, Sevyamanam, Govindamadi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. Who's saying that?
Brahma.
Brahmaji is saying, right? Laksha Viteshu Surabhi. So many women are ready to do. So many Lakshmis are there. Also in Vaikuntha Dham, who are these so many Lakshmis?
Gopis.
Radha Rani, the friends, Gopis.
Okay, partly. When I'm telling Lakshmi, where is Radha Rani, Gopis and all? Vrindavan, but it's okay. We'll keep it as Radha Rani, Gopis. Agreed. Point taken. Other than that, who are they?
Energy of the Lord.
internal potency.
Energy of the Lord. Nice. Still. So all these are, so everybody when you all go to Goloka or Vaikuntha, you'll have, especially when we are talking about Lakshmis, when we are addressing Vaikuntha planet, everybody when they have a Swarupya Mukti, everybody like has the husband, wife, and these wives are also called Lakshmi because the husbands are having the same rupa of the Lord. Two factors differentiate them from Krishna or Vishnu. What are the two things? How will you differentiate?
Subhamani.
Kaustubamani and
Srivatsa.
These are the two differentiators, right? Other than that, all the women are like Lakshmi. That is what they're talking about. So many Lakshmis are ready to serve Krishna. So this is the beauty of the thing. And therefore, because of that, what overall telling is, the link again they are bringing is how you should see Krishna is you should always see Krishna as a supreme at the same time with love and see all of them around us with respect to Krishna. In this case, she is trying to connect Arjuna with respect to Krishna, not because Arjuna is her son, it's because she's seeing Arjuna as a friend of Krishna and Krishna loves Arjuna because it is not her son, because Arjuna happened to be a friend. So the link is not with respect to her. Are we clear? Am I making it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Yes,
want to
Mataji.
touch upon that. And this word Maya alone, which is coming in the next verse. Someone go to the next verse, and after that, we can actually go fast. These
Hare
are the
Krishna.
prayers.
Hare Krishna. Sutta uvacha कृतयेतं कुलपध्ये परिणुक्ता अखिलोदयः मन्दं जहास वैकुण्ठो मोहन मोहायन्निव मायया. Hare Krishna. Suta Goswami said, the Lord, thus hearing the prayers of Kunti Devi, composed in choice words for his glorification, mildly smiled. That smile was enchanting as his mystic power.
Yeah, not required, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very beautifully. Smile, Miley. Array, yaar, so many prayers are there. Krishna is just smiling, but it is enchanting. So the beauty of Krishna is he can actually make you fall. They say, no, I fell off the chair. Have you heard this term? I looked at this person, I just mind blowing, fell off the chair. Really, you'll fall off the chair. Really, really, you'll fall. You'll be thinking, Mataji, I've never experienced. You see, if in fact in Chaitanya Charitamrita we have stories where people. Do you remember who was this devotee in the Rajya Sabha who fell off and claimed that he had epilepsy? Do you recall? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, yes. So, yes, I think Madhya or Antya Leela, there will be a particular devotee.
Mukunda.
Ah, so
Mukunda
Mukunda,
Murari.
yeah, the moment he sees, he will just fall off
Mukunda
from,
Murari.
he falls off and he faints. And when somebody asks, they will say that, no, 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 I just have epilepsy. Epilepsy means fit. Why? Because that is the kind of a thing. And Krishna is called as the Uttama Shloka because all the devotees who worship him, right? That is why they tell the name of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord, the form of the Lord, everything is named. So therefore, what she's talking about Kirtan. When Krishna is smiling, that means 1,000 words, right? You can really fall off the chair for Krishna. So here he's attracting everyone by Maya. Whether it is a Yoga Maya or Mahamaya is different. And this small smile is what people envy see. But the kind of heart to heart conversations which are going on, which I told you all in a presentation, which we'll revisit today, is even more mind blowing because they are both having a thing. Why you're starting? Don't you know my power? This is what they're telling you. You call me powerful. You're calling your women do not know, but you are having so much of knowledge about me. Yeah, but I am not a Paramahamsa. This is how they both are having internal thing. So when he smiles, it means that he is accepting the prayers. So there are a lot of things which Krishna will do. Many times, how many of you all have seen when I'm tiring day, I want so much to run. I have an important work to do. I'm dressing up the DT or I'm trying to arrange flowers. That time only Krishna will be so mischievous that he will drop the flower. We will not be able to fix a flower on the Lord. How many times? Happened? Yes or no?
Yes.
It
Yes,
will happen
Mataji.
sometimes,
Anytime.
Mataji.
When
Yes,
you are in a
Mataji.
rush, feels that he is in a mood to play with you.
Exactly. So Krishna will decide how much time you have to spend with him. So you can't decide, oh Krishna, I'll fadafat finish and go. Krishna will tell, who are you to do? Focus on me. Because he's very possessive. The problem with Krishna is he's very, very possessive, extremely possessive person. We saw no, all fame, all renunciation, everything. All possessiveness is also Krishna. Because he's so possessive that he cannot digest you trying to get diverted. Not only with Yashodamai. He's crying because he needs Yashodamai's attention. He's doing the same with us. He wants, why he's telling Sarva Dharma Paritaja? Is he so selfish? No. He's so possessive. He wants all of us for him only. That's nice feeling, no? How would you love if somebody is for you? Because he's giving 100% of him to us. So he's expecting 100% of us to him. Is that wrong?
No,
Correct, na?
very
So
valid.
unfortunately, very valid point. Thanks, Prabhu. There's one Prabhu supporting us. Hare Krishna, supporting Kunti
Correct.
Maharani. Hare Hare Krishna. Yeah, so let's move on to 45. Somebody please read.
Yeah,
Hare
nobody's
Krishna.
reading, so I'll
Yes.
read.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes,
Thus,
please.
accepting the prayers of
Can you-
Srimati Kunti
Hare
Devi,
Krishna.
the Lord subsequently informed other ladies of his departure by entering the palace of Hastinapura. But upon preparing to leave, he was stopped by a king, Yudhishthira, who implored him lovingly.
Very important word, because many people, and this verse, why I would like to say stresses, we have a problem. All of us have a problem. You know, if we tell this person is not tall, immediately, why I'm short, huh? That is not the statement. Krishna loves Arjuna. Doesn't mean Yudhishthira is any less. Yudhishthira is also fond of Krishna. Otherwise, imagine Krishna has packed his bag. He's got onto the vehicle. He's telling bye bye. Okay, leaving to Dwaraka, and that time Yudhishthira requests him to stay back. Yudhishthira, he says, okay, I'm going to stay back. Nobody would do that unless, there is a lot of love. Nobody can stop Krishna. Krishna is unstoppable. In spite of that, he is willing to stay back just out of love. Only way, okay, how many of them have tied Krishna?
Bhaktas can try it.
Eh? Prabhu, I want to ask one question to all of
Yes,
you all.
sir.
In which rasa can you tie Krishna?
Vatsalya rasa.
Vatsalya rasa.
Vatsalya rasa.
Madhurya Rasa.
Madhurya rasa, Vatsalya rasa.
Madhurya rasa.
In all rasas you can tie him.
Very good. Who said all rasas you can tie?
Hmm.
Prabhu is not giving his
Shanta,
identity.
Shanta.
Excellent. You can tie Krishna in all rasas. So let's give
All
an example
rasas.
of in Vatsalya rasa who tried him.
Yashoda.
That Leela is called Dash Leela.
Damodar
On the same Diwali, somebody else also tied him in Madhurya Rasa. Who was that?
Radharani.
Excellent. Same day, not same time. Okay. Diwali many years later, boss. Our boss means our Krishna boss. Goes to Radharani late, as usual. Radharani gets very upset. Don't talk. I'm tying you. You leave me and go. How can you leave me and go? She decides to be so angry with him. He smiles with a very sad face. He says what? He says, you have no idea. Mama is unwell. Yashoda Mai. I had to prepare so much. I had to do so much. And that's why I got late. Now also she told me, don't go. You have to take care of me. But then I said that my heart goes for you and I have come here. Truth or lie? Very confusing. We ourselves don't know whether it's true or lie. Because Krishna is so confusing that even if it's a lie, we cannot tell it's a lie. And therefore, Radharani immediately tells, no, I'll tell you. Krishna says, no, don't untie me. No, I will untie you. So that same day it happened. Okay, now two of them, okay. When is another time when he was held by force at Sakya, at friendship? Love force. Forcible love or whatever. At Sakya.
Sudama.
Sudama never held him by force. Physically holding him with power, force.
Arjuna Mataji.
Balaraman and all also never held by force, but yes, partly true. Balarama also held by force, but I would say Krishna he himself stopped because of Balaram. He never did anything against Balaram, be it Subhadra's case or any case. For example, when Balaram actually killed Rukma, brother Rukmini's brother, in one of the things, Krishna never sided Rukmini nor Balram because he knew that either ways it will be unpleasant for each other. So he was silent. So he's always respected Balram in all ways. But somebody who physically pushes him by force.
Arjuna Mataji.
Arjuna. See some of them. Haribol. Very nice, Mataji. Arjuna, what is happening? When does Arjuna hold by Pushpa Mataji? You don't answer. Vijay Kumari Mataji, you don't answer. Other than that.
While taking the instrument again, Bhishma Pitamaha.
So do you understand what kind of force he's using, boss? Krishna is approaching him on one side. Arjuna with his full body power is trying to push Krishna stop him with physical force. That's why I said physical force. Can Sudama try and use physical force? He's such a tiny, small fellow. Arjuna, like equal, not equal power, but equal physique. Na? Externally, at least they appear to be both very handsome and good looking. Push and stop. Why? Because he does not. Why is he pushing Arjuna?
He don't want Krishna to
Allah to
break his
take the
promise
vow
of
of
not
Krishna
lifting
to be
the
broken.
He won't take
instrument.
He will
instrument.
not
Wow.
He
take
promised
weapon,
he would not take any weapon.
So honestly,
in
tell
the
if we
war.
were there, what we would have done. If we were in Arjuna's place, what we would have done.
We will allow.
Go and save me.
We'll be happy. Oh, he's doing it to save me.
Very nice. So I would have gone behind Krishna. Forget about coming before him. Safe side, go behind Krishna. Before also, suddenly someone hits me. Why take a chance? Right? So whereas Arjuna is so sweet, he's just telling, boss, I die, it's okay, but I don't want your word to die. Can you see the Bhava? Both of them are competing. Devotee, Lord. Who beats whom? Always devotee beats. Because Krishna always says, every time devotee is beating me, high. And I'm falling low. Why? Because the extent to which devotee can go, Krishna is not able to go. Sudama, he says that I cannot give because whatever I give is within my limits, right? But Sudama, that is Kushela, is borrowing and giving. Where will Krishna borrow from? Everything he wants, right? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Everything is full for him. For Krishna, not only the opulence, everything about him, his emanations, everything is full. Where can he borrow? From whom will he borrow? Right? Whereas he's just not able to compete. Gopis, nothing. He says, like, I'm falling short of everything. Therefore, here the beauty of them is he's just not able to even go. So he is tied. Now come on. Next, Dasya Bhav. Who is tying him in Dasya Bhav?
Manje.
Hanuman.
Vidur's wife.
Hanuman does not
Hanuman.
tie. When does Hanuman tie Krishna?
Vidur's wife, Mataji.
Vidur's wife also doesn't tie Krishna.
Oh,
Love is there.
physically.
Who's physically tying? See, Arjuna is physically holding. Do you understand what Arjuna is doing is assault? Trying to push Krishna. Just go back to the picture. I don't have it right now. But then if you can go back to the picture, what is he doing? Think for a second. What is he actually doing? Isn't it like a... Huh? No, what is he doing? He's like literally holding. No, I was just thinking if my DP has that. No.
Pulling his leg.
Properly, proper assault only, pushing it. I've changed it. All this, whatever is there in the background right now is out of love, what Krishna is doing. But what we are talking about is proper push. Right? So he's like physically pushing as in one more person, anybody guessed?
That in case of this Jagai Madhai, Nityananda is talking at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
No, that is Nityananda. I'm talking about properly Krishna itself. You all know the answer. When he was supposed to go as a Shanti Doot, somebody does not want him to go. Nobody wanted him to go. But in spite of that, someone did not want to go, so they tie him up. Who's that? Sakadev. Sakadev actually ties Krishna up, binds him, because he says, you will not go. I don't want to see you being insulted. He is though externally in the Sakya Bhav, internally is more on the Dasya Bhav. For somebody being at the Dasya Bhav, Yudhishthira gets mad. How can you tie? It's so disrespectful to tie someone who's elderly, right? Because Krishna is elder to him, even as per the thing. Now, Bhishma gets terribly angry. He says, boss, I'm going to come and beat you up. Arjuna is laughing. See, Arjuna and Krishna share very funny expressions, right? Imagine one side Yudhishthira getting upset and Bhishma getting, sorry, not Bhishma, forgive me, Bhima getting angry and Arjuna laughing over there, giggling. And, Nakula not knowing what to do. And Sahadev is going strong, trying to tie him with a rope. Did he do that? Yes or no? He did.
Yes.
And how did he win? Is Sahadev more powerful than Krishna? Is he more powerful than any of the Pandavas? Does he not know he is God? Does he not know all this? But why is Krishna staying untied? Staying tied?
He allows the devotees
He submits to his devotees.
Because he sees the Bhava there. What is the Bhava of Sahadev? The Bhava of Sahadev is, boss, I will not allow you because Duryodhan will cause harm to you. He will insult you, harm either verbally or non-verbally. I won't let, no matter whatever happens, whether Yudhishthira tells or your own friend Arjuna tells, I don't care. I will not allow you to go. He gets into that mad love, right? So even in Dasya Bhav, so the point is for Krishna and for the devotees, remember one thing, there's 100% satisfaction in both the bhavs. The bhav of the Lord, for all the 5 bhavs. But the point which we should understand is, though we are targeting at the highest bhava, for the people, you think Arjuna needs higher. He is not interested in Vatsalya bhav. He is not interested in Madhurya bhav. He is 100% happy in Sakya bhav. Same way, Dasya bhav, these people are happy. Whichever bhava they are 100% satisfied, right? So that is something which you should be very, very clear. Now, Yudhishthira is very, very upset. Why is he upset, Yudhishthira? Why is Yudhishthira upset?
Because he takes that as
Mataji blaming himself
disregarding.
for all the atrocities which has happened. Whoever has died, he's blaming himself. He's feeling
Excellent.
guilty that
So,
because for me becoming a king.
so if exactly, he blames himself. Why is he blaming himself?
For so many persons
for
were
him
killed in
becoming
the battlefield.
because of so many people
Lost in the back. I'm
for him to
chilling.
make him the king, all these things has happened.
Because he has
Yes.
to become the
So
So that
what
he
is
can
happening
do.
is can anyone guess, which is why I removed, can you guess how many millions, how many days Bhagavad Gita was, Kurukshetra war lasted?
18 days.
How many
18
millions,
days.
how many millions of people were killed?
18 Akshavinis.
84 lakhs, Mataji.
Around
18
84 million.
Akshavinis.
84 lakhs.
84 lakhs,
640
Mataji.
million people, 640 million people were killed, right, in this particular thing. So therefore, in a battle, it was the greatest battle fought. And why Yudhishthira felt bad is because he never felt Duryodhana's kingdom suffered. He never felt like Hiranyakashipu or Ravana. There were people who suffered, but whereas he also felt in Duryodhana's kingdom time, there was not that people were dying out of drought or people had shortage of things. So he felt the people were quite comfortable, but the whole war was fought for his sake. This was Yudhishthira's perception, right? And he felt that no matter what, that should not have been allowed, because he is somebody who is very rituous, right? He's a very righteous person. He's a one with top moral. That is why Yudhishthira Rajyam is also called Rama Rajyam, because Rama was excellent and Rama is Lord, and they compare him. Now he's telling that this is the kind of feeling he's having. He's saying that too much of confusion. Now I'm going to ask one thing. Krishna, Arjuna, confusion got resolved. Yes or no with Krishna? Krishna is the topmost. Anyone has a query on this or doubt on that?
No,
No.
Mataji.
Now Vyasa is an incarnation of Krishna. That is also top, right? Now Yudhishthira, in spite of Krishna and Vyasa trying to convince him, he is not convinced. Why?
Mataji, Krishna doesn't want him to become he doesn't want. There's one
Wants
Krishna
Krishna
sitting
Krishna
inside
wants
him.
him
To
to
glorify
be,
his devotee.
Krishna
Krishna
outside.
wants to be
So
taught
that
Yes,
by
See, Krishna
Bhishma.
always glorifies devotees, right? Always glorifies devotees, whether it
he
is
wants a
from
Bhishma to
He
be
Bhishma
wanted
give
to
him the
Bhishma
speak to
kingdom.
to
him.
advise him,
Haribol.
He
Bhishma,
wants,
glorify
he
and
Bhishma.
wants
that's why the Krishna doesn't want him to be convinced also. He doesn't want,
excellent.
and there is one Krishna outside, one inside. The outside Krishna is telling the inside Krishna, don't listen to him, don't listen to him.
Very
That's a
sweet.
very nice
Krishna as
explanation.
Paramatma. See, he can do everything. He's inside out, right? So therefore, Tane jati, taddure, tadvanchike, taddure, this Krishna is standing. And tadvanchike from inside he's telling Antarasya Sarvasya. Antarasya from inside he's telling, don't get convinced, Paramatma, don't allow your Yudhishthira to get convinced. Agreed. So it's like a teamwork, right? It's an external play where Krishna is convincing, but from inside he's stopping him getting convinced because he wants to glorify Bhishma. Why? Because Bhishma felt them as his own children. For a long time, Arjuna used to call Bhishma what? Dash. When Arjuna was small, he used to call Bhishma
Pida.
Pita, right? Father, literally used to call, because he never had a father. So that was a kind of a role. So Bhishma was literally like that, acting father, acting guardian, acting guide, acting grandfather. Literally everything was him. He loved them, which is why normally if somebody is in the hospital, will anybody wear makeup and go? Leave the exceptional women who wear. I'm talking about not just women, also men. Will you go and see somebody in deathbed or in a hospital with fully dressed grand attire? Yes or no?
No,
Eh?
No,
Mataji.
Mataji.
But
No,
all these
Mataji.
Pandavas, All these Pandavas went with full makeup, full kingdom, full jewelry. Why?
Bhishma wants to see them in daytime.
Bhishma wanted to see them.
I just said that. Give people what they want, right? So Bhishma wants to see that. You cannot tell Mataji you had Ekadasi fasting next day. If you have sweet, you might feel too hyper. So I don't want to give you Badam Alva. I will just give you sweetless laddu. I will tell boss, you itself eat that sweetless laddu. Give me Badam Alva. I will tell. Na? Same way, give people what they want. Bhishma wanted to see the glories of his children, grandchildren, right? So that is why he gave the whole thing and he orchestrated the whole thing, and which is going to be a lovely Bhishma prayers, which ideally I should have taken on Tuesday, which Aishwarya Mataji has swapped with me on Monday. So I thought I will start with that, but invariably since I'm doing this session, I will try and see if somebody is there so I can hand over that. So I will miss the Bhishma prayers, but I'll come 2 minutes before and we'll do the chanting of the prayers. So now somebody can please read this 47th verse.
King Yudhishthira, son of Dharma, overwhelmed by the death of his friends, was aggrieved, just like a common man. Materialistic man, O sages, thus deluded by affection, he began to speak. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So what he says is there's nothing wrong in a Kshatriya fighting. So you should be very clear. Does Yudhishthira does not know his moral principles? He's very clear. He knows that obviously in a Kshatriya fight, even if he dies or his enemy dies, they will go to the heaven. But what he is feeling guilty about, then why is he feeling guilty about? He's very clear, right? He knows the principles better than us. He's a Dharma Raja, son. So what he's himself is called Dharma Raja. So why is he confused?
Is it will of God? Is will of Krishna?
No, it's will of Krishna. But why is he feeling? What I'm asking is, it's a will of Krishna, which is why he's going to Bhishma. But all I'm trying to tell you is, he knows the rules are so right? But what is making Yudhishthira guilty? Any war, so many wars he will fight. He's a king. He's not like us, right? Suddenly going and fighting and feeling bad. He knows there is, Kshatriyas are. It's not like common man, no violence. They are beyond that.
Mataji, it is because one wrong cannot be corrected by another wrong, maybe. So killing of so many does not justify him getting the kingdom.
So he starts thinking personal. He thinks that the whole fight is not for the sake of dharma or adharma. It's for his personal, what do you call it? For personal gratification.
Personal
right?
throning.
So he feels that the whole thing is because Yudhishthira should become a king and therefore he is killed and therefore he feels there is sin. Otherwise, Yudhishthira knows very well, we don't have to teach Yudhishthira. Right? Anyone feels they are more qualified to teach Yudhishthira? No, na. So Yudhishthira does not need our class to understand which is dharma. He knows very well that dharmically you don't need this. So Yudhishthira does not need that. But the reason Yudhishthira needs, he's confused is because he feels that the whole death, right, of 640 million people dying is because of his own thing, his need to sit in the chair. He feels that his chair is tinted with blood, which is what is bothering him. Hare Krishna. Yes, next 48th verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji. King Yudhishthira said, "Oh my Lord, I am the most sinful man. Just see my heart, which is full of ignorance. This body, which is ultimately meant for others, has killed many balances of men." Hare Krishna Mataji.
Ashwini Seha is a combination of 21,870 chariots, equivalent elephants, basically infantry and cavalry, right? A lakh. So basically that's foot soldiers and all that. So this is a full team of, it's like that. All put together is called one such senas. So how many such senas were there on the Pandava side?
7, Mataji.
7. Very nice. On the Gaurava side?
11.
So all these max does not work when Krishna is there, right? So you can calculate into 7, so many, into 11, so many. Because end of the day, Krishna is good enough, right? And that was a choice which Arjuna made. That is a choice which we have to make. So, and we are still making. We are trying hard to get there. So now what he's telling us is all relating it to the body, right? He feels just for him to enjoy, he is going through all this. Remember one thing, when there is a murder or killing, it is not just the person, right? So I remember one of the captains, right, who flies the airplane, he says, when I carry 350 passengers, it's into 4. Because the person happens to be a child of someone, husband of someone, wife of someone, right, and a father of someone. So same way here, not just the people are killed, it is basically bala, which means small children. Dvija means Brahmins, Suran friends, Mitra again, both of them. Sur means more of well-wisher, Mitra means friends. Here in Hindi you have, and Sanskrit we have multiple. Pitra, son. Okay, Brata, Guru, Dhruva, everything, right? You have people, brothers, and all of them are there. He says that though I'm going to be living for so many years, I'm going to be ever casted in hell for the sake of my sins which I have done. So he's basically telling that whatever happens, this particular war, mass killings is like I'm a mass murderer, serial killer. No, what Ugra karma. One time I've killed all of them, and it is very, very wrong, and for which I'm going to suffer millions of lives. So he's just not at all comfortable with it. Now he's saying he knows very well, again, there is no sin for a king who kills for a right cause. But where is his doubt? He feels that the cause of killing, the cause of the war itself is not right. So he says, absolutely, I know there is no mistake, no sin is for a person who's killing for the right cause, for maintaining the citizen. But here, this is not applicable to me, because Duryodhan management is fine. Today, it's totally self-aggrandizement. Self-aggrandizement means for self-satisfaction, self-gratification. For me to sit in the throne, I'm doing all this. Therefore, I am going to be casted in hell virtually. So this is what he is talking about. 51 shloka. No need the shloka. We'll go to the translation. Please read the translation, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I have killed many friends of women, and I have thus caused enmity to such an extent that it is not possible to undo it by material welfare work. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So when we are talking about Graha Medhi, what do you mean by Graha Medhi?
Mataji, one is too much engrossed with the family life. One is
Excellent.
Gresta and one is Grahamedi. Gresta is one who does it as a duty, and one who's too much attached to it, too much my child, my wife, my family, that is a
Excellent.
Grahamedi.
So a Grahamedi is too much into himself, and therefore he will also do a lot of yagnas and all that, but in the process he will also commit some sins. So now any amount of yagnas, so Vedas talk about counteraction with yagna. How many Ashwamedha or Medha yagna one has to do to become an Indra?
100.
100 Mataji.
How many Yudhishthira did?
3.
Maharaj, he stopped at
So
99. He didn't want him to do 100.
no, that was who stopped in 99?
Prithu Maharaj.
Prithu Maharaj, Mataji.
Prithu Maharaj, very nice.
Prithu
Prithu stopped in
Prithu
99.
Maharaj.
Yudhishthira did only 3, and that one, if you do, it's equal to even Brahmahatya. Brahmahatya is so critical and so crucial that Brahmahatya means killing a Brahmana. So when Balaram killed Romaharsha for disrespecting, that time they said, even though you're Lord, you're superior, you're beyond all this, in the 10th canto it will come. Still it will come as a Brahmatya. Since you are setting an example, you are the supreme personality of Godhead yourself, you cannot afford to take the blame and therefore give a counter to it. The counter which he gave was only feeding knowledge to Sutta Goswami. The entire knowledge is transformed to Sutta Goswami. Over and above that, he also kills a demon. He also helps them to do their yagna. He goes to a lot of pilgrimages to get rid of the sins externally. But internally, it transfers, they tell Prayachita, he doesn't do Prayachita, but then literally how Sutta became so enlightened is because imagine from Balaram, who's an Adi Guru, he's getting directly, what do you call the transformation? Like from one hardware to another hardware, if the content goes, it's like another hardware. Just imagine from the Adi Guru Balaram, if the transformation is happening, what happens? It becomes a permanent hardware inside the head of Sutta Goswami. So now you will also know why Sutta is so qualified, right? So we'll relish all of that in our Bhakti Vedanta. So right now we will come back because it's in 10th canto. Right now we'll come. So he's telling all these, no matter how many ever you do Ashwamedha yagnas, nothing is going to help me to counteract this because I am stuck because of my personal interest I did. Therefore, I am going to go to hell and suffer eternally. So now let's see this beautiful analogy. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry.
As it
Hare
is not
Krishna.
possible to filter muddy water through mud or purify a wine-stained pot with wine, it is not possible to counteract the killing of men by sacrificing animals.
Today, animal sacrifice is prohibited by dash. By whom?
Government.
Vedas.
Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, I was thinking correctly you answered. Many of you said Buddha, which is not entirely wrong. But actually, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very clearly tells that no, you cannot kill animal because the current day yagna is dash.
Sankirtana.
Excellent. Sankirtana yagna. Harinama yagna is the only yagna which we can do. Earlier, we used to have animal sacrifices, which was either Ashwamedha yagna or Go yagna, because they were able to either bull or horse, because the
Nama
Brahmins were so
Sankirtana.
powerful that they could see that they could chant the Vedic hymns so well that they would either get a human body or a new body. Today, neither we have pure ingredients like ghee and all, nor we have a proper yagna,
No.
nor we have great brahmanas, and therefore the only yagna which we can do is Harinam. Right? Hari Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam, Kalo
Namaiva
Nasti, Kalo
Kevalam.
Nyasti, Kalo Nasti Eva, Gatir Anyata. We don't have any other Gati. So with this, we are going to end the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the first canto, 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, prayers by Kunti and Parikshit saved. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Krishna
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Just one quick thing. Hare Krishna. I'm not sorry. Unfortunately, if there is till 9:30, I will take till 9:33. Though I try and cut it off as far as possible. Okay. So just very quickly, I'm not going to take you all in depth through these presentations because we already covered. But there is one thing which all of us have sort of never had time to accommodate. Is obviously Kunti prayers. We saw all that. Now there is just one thing which I want you all to go through. Can you all take the first canto, 8th chapter and 5th verse? One of you all can make a note. 1.8.5. I told you all to go through this. Remember, day before yesterday. You wouldn't have expected Radhika Dasi will come back 2 days later and take session. You would have thought by the time she comes for the next session, this chapter would have gone by. But I'm back. So I just would want 1.8.5 verse. Is there anything which talks about group activity? Yes. Now I want you all Kunti Maharani, Pandava's dependence on chastity. We discussed this, right? Did we discuss this day before yesterday or not?
Yes, Mataji.
We discussed this now. Okay. So I think we pretty much covered. Okay. So
you asked one of us to read this, Mataji, 8.5, but we didn't.
We didn't. Acha. So okay. So okay, no problem. So I think we finished all of this. It's pretty much, so this is what it is. So we're just quickly trying to see. Okay. So basically, I think this was all covered by Prabhu yesterday. And this is a very beautiful picture. I wish I had taken this picture and put in my DP. So this is what is the beautiful picture of how Krishna is telling bye-bye and leaving, and then finally does not leave because of the fact that our Yudhishthira tells, please stay back, and therefore he's staying back. But if I ask you all to stay back beyond that, I'm sure in your house also they will scold. And our sleep also is catching up with us. So with this, I'll comfortably end the session. Vasha kalpa tarubhyascha कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. I just want to take 2 minutes for two things. One is for all those who want to write exam but who have already written earlier. Those who have written exam in fast track, don't worry. But those who have already written in the other Bhakti Vaibhavs, there is a link which I posted yesterday in the night. Please click. You don't need to upload your paper. I want you all to tell which teacher. That's it. No need to upload your paper. Just tell, please mention that which language and which teacher. Kindly do this because tomorrow we'll close. Otherwise, we won't know whether you have written the exam or not. Point one. Second thing is for the exam, we have not yet corrected the paper, but broadly the first term exam, we see a lot of theory answers coming up. We just need point answers, right? So I'll tell you how the correction is going to be because we did have a discussion with Pran Prabhu. So I thought this can add some insight. So if we are talking about, let's say, what are the qualities of a chaste devotee? Or let me just take an example of the question. I don't have the question right now with me. Mohandas Prabhu, are you having the question by chance so that I not there immediately?
Yeah. Okay. You want the questions around Mataji?
Any one question if you can pick.
Let me check.
Or okay,
Mataji,
I will tell you. No problem. So let me just tell you. I will tell you the question. What is the, for example, if we are talking about how should a pure devotional service be, right? Or which is paro dharma, right? We will only have one answer. Like we are telling, right? Uninterrupted, unmotivated. If we find these two words, you get full marks. You don't need to justify fully. Theory, you don't need to write paras and all. It's just two marks. So because of that, please mention. Second thing is you don't need to go out of the way and write slokas and all. You have references, well and good. If you don't have, even if you have references, just mention the reference from Brahma Samhita. You don't have to write the entire shloka or anything. Even one word of that shloka and dots are fine. The reason we are telling, again, I'm telling it's a 2 mark. We are only going to see those key words. If the keywords are there, you get full marks, right? If the keywords are not there, even if you write 5 paras, you will not get mark. So my request to you all is stick to the points, keep it as bullet points. This is not like law exam, which you keep filling pages and pages and you get scores. I still remember in my 12th, I think I wrote 100 pages. I got 99 marks. I thought, oh, the power of exam is to write more pages. That was my wrong conclusion. Kindly don't fall prey with these kind of concoctions. Answer to the point, give out 1 or 2 points. That should be good enough. Do you all have any queries on this? Otherwise, we can sign off for the day.
Mataji, during the last time, when the first time written exam was there, so it asked for the choice. It said that you already completed. Give the name of the language and the with whom you have submitted the exam. So now it is not allowing us to do it. That means it's already taken care.
It is allowing you to do.
Now it's not allowing.
No,
I just-
Mataji, we can't fill in it. It says
this form can be submitted only once, it says.
Yeah.
No, if you already submitted the question paper, why do you want to submit it again?
No, not that. See, when you gave the test now, first time test. Okay. So that time test itself, you have given the option to select that if you already submitted in your course.
If you already submitted, it's taken care, Prabhu. Thank you so much. If you've already submitted, then it's fine. There are some people like Radhika Dasi who have not filled in them. So in which case, we've just relaunched it because we are unable to find out whether you are simply attending the Bhakti Vibe of class or you want a certificate. So we need to have that track. So for that reason, we've released this.
If the message is
And also
coming,
these open
you
book
already
questions are
submitted
not
the
posted
answer.
yet.
Mohandas Prabhu, can you post the open book questions so that they can start?
Yeah, we'll do.
It's given Mataji for the open book.
Not yet given, Mataji. We'll work on it. Sorry, I've been having a tiring day. So I'll probably sit with Prabhu tomorrow and we'll close this out. Hare Krishna.
We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other doubts?
Mata, yesterday you told me that but Adi Sesa, Anant Sesa. You want to say something about Adi Sesa and Anant Sesa, who is Balram something?
Prabhu, I really am so impressed with you because you're one person who's asked me this question. I've literally asked this question in all the classes. Nobody remembers my question and they forget. And I also conveniently forget what question I asked. So I had been to one of the Sri Vaishnava temples. And most of the time, the Sri Vaishnava temples use the term Ananta Shesha. So I did not know the difference. So actually, the difference is Adi Shesha. Obviously, both are Balaram, but Adi Shesha is the form when it is when he's in the snake form. Ananta Shesha is also snake form, but along with the snake form, they will have the human form. That is called Ananta Shesha. So they pray the snake form along with the human form. So they address him as Ananta Shesha. Both are obviously Balaram himself. But Adi Shesha responds only to the snake. For example, Krishna is sleeping in the Adi Shesha snake bed because he'll be sleeping on the snake, right? And if there is a deity they worship, it will be Ananta Shesha because it's a human form, that is Balram form. The snake has a human form like thing, which is a deity which will be kept like the Acha Vikrada in the temple. So they use the word Ananta Shesha. Thanks for asking, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So I just changed the DP because now you can see Krishna is very mystic, na? All the deers, all the peacock, all of them are literally falling.
Yes.
Yeah. So with this, we'll sign off and we'll meet again tomorrow. Hare Krishna, everybody. I hope you've clicked the attendance. And when I said you've clicked the attendance, I remembered I should click the attendance. Every time I take class, my attendance is I forget to mark. So anyone who has forgotten to mark, just a reminder, please mark your attendance and I'm going to end the meeting. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.